What's up guys, Andrew here on my channel Geared Inc., where I get to share what I'm passionate about with you. And on my channel, that's PC Tech, Games, and Gear. And today we're talking about GPU pricing because there have been a lot of videos talking about GPU prices going down. Now, while I do believe that's true, I don't think it's to the extent that these videos are proclaiming in terms of GPU prices starting to trickle down, and there's a couple of reasons why I believe that is. So first off, let's talk about the reason GPU prices have been up. Crypto mining, basically in a nutshell, and it's not because necessarily crypto mining itself. There's a lot of other factors like memory shortages, which was the main contributor there, but just understand that last time what was different than this time with kind of cryptocurrency is that we experienced a crash. I even made a video on it weeks ago about Bitcoin was crashing, got down to around $6,000, but what was different was Ethereum stayed up high in around $1,000. Why that's important is because Bitcoin is not what people buy GPUs to mine with. It's very rare because it's just simply not, highly effective to mine Bitcoin with GPUs. Hasn't been for a really long time. Ethereum, which was by far more popular, and I would argue, even though there's all these other cryptocurrencies that you can mine with GPUs, I believe Ethereum was by far the driving force behind people buying up GPUs, as it was the most profitable and it was the easiest to exchange on all these different markets. However, what's different now is that cryptocurrency crashed again, but Ethereum has been sitting in the low 500s for the last week or so. Now, while I do believe that long-term miners will probably win out because anyone who's getting out of the mining scene because they're trying to make a quick buck, is good for those guys. And again, I don't have anything against miners per se. Definitely, I believe that this is we're starting to see what I was talking about back then, where people are just starting to get out of the market. A system that could have mined anywhere from like 600 to 900 Ethereum in a month beginning in January or December now mines a fraction of that, meaning that even if you could get the hardware at MSRP to mine, your investment is going to take 4, 5, 6 times as long, over a year in most instances, just to get your money back. And a lot can happen in a year with the cryptocurrency market, especially considering that Nvidia is supposedly coming out with their new GPUs, some of which are going to be tailored directly to miners. And so there's a lot of people who are thinking like that, people who didn't, they don't have a ton of money necessarily tied up in this, and when I say ton, I mean tens of thousands of dollars. And so they're starting to get out. I've already noticed on eBay that there are a ton of GPUs starting to hit there. Obviously all these ones are used and people are snatching them for sometimes fairly, not where you'd want to get it, but definitely not $400 or $500 for an RX 580, which is good. Now, the thing of it is that yes, Nvidia is going to be releasing new GPUs sometime this year, and hopefully we get to see something about it next week. I have kind of mixed feelings with Nvidia right now because of the whole partner program fiasco. It's pretty strong negative feelings, but all that aside, more products into the community is definitely going to be a boon in all our caps. The one thing though to take into consideration is that when I use websites like Now in Stock, one of my favorites, which I've touted a lot on my channel, I do notice that yes, prices have reduced across the board and availability is way up because people just aren't paying the money for this because the return isn't nearly as good as it was even a couple of months ago. But that doesn't mean the prices are where they should be. And that is caused mainly because there's an absorption, guys. All these prices have been jacked up so high that it's going to take a while for them to come back down to normal. And if Nvidia is able to get out some products that pushes that faster, great. But if you're an enthusiast or you've been waiting for these new GPUs, you're going to be trying to get a hold of those, and you're going to be fighting the people who still are mining most likely for them, as supposedly they're going to be better across the board. Yes, Nvidia is coming out with a mining specific GPU supposedly, but all of this, guys, we'll have to see. So do I believe GPU prices are going down? Sure. But they're not, it's not like a meteor hitting the earth, guys. It's going to take a while. It's like a really slow elevator for prices to come back to normal, and that's, assuming that the market stays consistent, where cryptocurrency stays relatively lower than it's been and the difficulty curve stays up like it has been. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, leave me a big thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and leave me a thumbs down. But get subscribed. My channel is continuing to grow every day. Thank you to all your support. I say this like every video, but I really mean it. I'm so grateful, guys. My channel went from like 100 to 7,000 subscribers in less than 3 months. It's impossible for me to describe what it feels like in terms of my gratitude to everyone who continues to support my channel. So thank you to everyone who uses my Amazon affiliate links. Remember that money goes back into giveaways. Thank you to all my Patreons who support me directly. I love all of you guys. Thank you to everyone who continues to watch my videos. Leave me comments. I love to answer all of you back. Remember, by the way, if you haven't entered the APU giveaway, guys, there's about a week left. It goes to the end of March. That's for the 2400G. And when we hit 7,500 subscribers, we are going to do another giveaway, guys. And as you guys know, my giveaways are good. Like, I put all the money I make, which in the channel, like, which isn't barely anything right now, but you guys are definitely helping. All of it is going back into the channel. All of it's going back into giveaways. And the type of giveaways I've been doing are like, you know, these are like good giveaways. Like, channels much larger than me give like way worse giveaways. But that's because I believe that the community who supports me deserves to be supported back in a way that it doesn't matter how many subscribers I have. It just matters that people are willing to support me, and I want to give back as much as I can. So thank you to all you guys. And yeah, leave me a comment. Let's talk it out below. If anyone's got any links that can help gamers find GPUs for cheap right now, feel free to share them. But we hope to see you next time here on Garrett Inc.